Yes friends, good morning. Next video from Dhruva Edutainment and Vidu classes. Friends, this video from Unit 8 Ecology and Environment of Intermediate First Year Geology. Friends, this is general question. Friends, what is that? What is Gauss's principle? Gauss's principle. And what does it applicable? Friends, Gauss's principle. See friends, it is a principle of competitive exclusion. Friends, Gauss principle is a principle of what, friends? Competitive exclusion. Once again friends, it is a principle of competitive exclusion. See friends, there are two species. These two species are depending on the same food habits or same resources. When two species or two animals are depending on the same limited resources, one of the species which has inferior characters, means not competing characters, that should be eliminated. Okay friends? That is called, friends, competitive exclusion. Friends, competitive exclusion. Friends, this is called as what, friends? Competitive exclusion. See, one of the species from the competition is excluded. One of the species from the competition is excluded. Which species excludes, friends? The species which has inferior characters. The species which won't compete with the animal which has superior characters. So here you remember what, friends? Inferior characters and superior characters. The animal or the species which has inferior characters called as inferior species. The animal which has well developed characters or superior characters called as superior species. You have to remember it, friends. Now come to our answer, friends. What is Gauss principle, friends? It is a principle of competitive exclusion. According to this principle, friends, see, two species competing for the same limited resources. This is important, friends. When they have limited resources, there is a competition. If they have abundant resources, there is no competition, friends. So, according to this principle, two species competing for the same limited resources cannot exist. So the two species which are competing for what, friends? Limited resources cannot coexist. Out of these two, one must be eliminated. Because that what we are saying, friends, it is competitive exclusion. Once again, friends, according to this principle, two species competing for the same limited resources, friends, same limited resources cannot coexist. Cannot coexist means they can't live together. Now see friends, out of these two species, the species that has inferior character, just now I told, friends, out of these two species, the species which has inferior characters is eliminated by the species that has superior characters. See friends, both are competing for the limited resources. Out of these two species, the species that has inferior characters is eliminated by the species that has superior characters. Is it common, friends? Yes, it is common. Okay, friends. Now see, it is applicable when the resources are limited. This is important, friends. Applicable to when it is applicable. It is applicable when the resources are limited. If resources are abundant or full, there is no exclusion. Both can eat, both can take those resources and they can survive. When the resources are limited only, then there is a competitive exclusion. So this is applicable when the resources are limited. Now see friends, what is the example saying? Very, very important. In Galapagos Islands, what we have, friends? We have a tortoise. What is the tortoise? Abingdon tortoise. Actually, it is native of the Galapagos Islands. You know, Abingdon tortoise has inferior characters. So now we are calling it as inferior species. In these Galapagos Islands, later they introduced goats, friends. Goats have superior character, means they have full grazing capacity. So because the introduction of these goats, what happened, friends? This abundant tortoise became extinct due to introduction of goats. Within 10 years, friends, after introduction of the goats, this abundant tortoise is completely eliminated from the Galapagos Islands. Means what, friends? They became extinct. So in Galapagos Islands, abundant tortoise, that is inferior species, means it has inferior characters, became extinct due to introduction of goats. You know, friends, goats have more grazing capacity than the tortoise. So because of that, what we are calling goats are called, friends, superior species. Now see here an image, friends. See, friends, see goat and tortoise. Goats can graze perfectly, speedily, but tortoise is a slow runner. It can't graze speedily. Okay, friends. Now see one more example, friends, here. See, friends, here we have all yellowish birds at first, but later what happened, friends? Red color birds are introduced onto this liver, this tree. These red color birds have superior characters. So within few days, what happened, friends? The red color birds dominate on this tree. So this is what, friends, competitive exclusion. Who are going to eliminate from this competition, friends? The species which has, or the animal which has inferior characters, that is called as inferior species. This is what, friends? Gause's principle. It is a principle of what, friends? Competitive exclusion. It is a it is a principle of competitive exclusion. What does it applicable, friends? When the sources are limited. That is important, friends. When the sources are limited. Okay, friends. Thank you. Good day.